Yeah, good morning to all of you. So just again, I recall the definitions because there is a 1 minute days gap after Thursday we are meeting. So let us recall things. Input alphabet is a set is the set from which the symbols transmitted are drawn, right? We assume that input symbol size is q, whether it is a finite q or whatever, just q is some number now. And the symbols generally we take from fq, the field with q elements. Okay, the output alphabet is the set of symbols from which the channel produces the outputs. We assume that output channel set is also FQ. So in this course, that is the thing. The message U is a block of symbols that sender wishes to transmit. From our purposes, U is arbitrary word of length K symbols from the finite field FQ. That is, U is in FQ power K, right? You know all this, but again I'm repeating once, right? Then encoder. The encoder is an algorithm that sender uses to pad message U with redundant information. It can be looked upon as a function. Okay, what is a function? Encoding function. It is a map from FQ power K to FQ power N. Okay, that transforms message of K symbols to code word of length N symbols, right? That is the code actually is the all possible code words. That is a set. It is an image of encoding function, that encode of U. U belong to FQ power K, right? The important parameters of a code are block length. That is the code is of length N of the code words. Output that is output by the co-encoder. Dimension K of the code is the length of the message word. This term is typically used for the linear codes when the code is from a vector forms vector space. The rate R of the code is the ratio of the dimension of the block length. That is R is equal to K by N. The received word R is the output of the channel, which is possibly corrupted version of the code word C. Correct? Okay. The decoder is what it will do. Decoder is an algorithm that receiver uses to recover the original message U from the received word Y. It can be looked upon as a function. Decoder is a map from FQ power N to FQ power K, right? That estimate the message word K symbols from the received word Y of N symbols. Any questions? These are we are discussing last few 4 lectures. Just I recall once. Okay, how actually it goes? It goes like this, right? First we have K bits. Anyone is a message here, right? Any one of them is a message here, right? Yeah. So we have a raw data, right? Yeah, go through this one. Raw data K bits. Now these K bits will encode. What is encoding function? Encoding function converts these K bits to N bits, correct? It converts the K bits to N bits, right? Then these N bits will transmit. When we transmit, what is going to happen? So when we transmit these words, so we'll get the received words again, these N bits, right? Any one of them you can take. This is received message. Once we receive that, then there is a correction will happen. So we'll correct it to the correct code words, right? We'll try our level best. Then decoding. Decoding converts these N bits to K bits. This is the entire process. Okay. I'm just recalling one more time. So that the primary objective in coding theory is to design coding schemes which best possible parameters and efficient code encoding and decoding algorithms. Recall assumption that the channel input and output alphabets are same. Thus, if a transmitted code word is an tuple of symbols from the field FQ, the received tuple is also made up of elements from the same field. The transmission errors have occurred. Some of the received symbols may be differ from those that were transmitted. If X is a transmitted, Y is received, then the difference Z is equal to Y minus X is the error pattern. Right? If the ith component of Zi of the vector Z is not equal to 0, then error is said to occur in the ith position. The decoding problem is to identify the error pattern given in the received vector. Okay. So it is just I just wrote like to make it simplify again. Those who came today or after a long time. So it is think like this. We have FQ power K is not a subfield. Okay. Even it is not a subset. Even it is not a subset of FQ power n, right? FQ power n contains n tuples, but FQ power K contains K tuples. But there is an embedding function sending vector space FQ power K to a subspace of FQ power n of dimension K. Right? For example, recall that R square is not a subspace of R cube, but because R square is not a subset of R cube. There is an isomorphism copy of R square in R cube, meaning we can embed R square in R3. That is what going on. Okay. Also note that we can embed in many ways, right? R cube can be embedded into R3 in many ways. You take any single equation, linear equation, right? Ax plus by plus ez is equal to d. Then and also one of the coefficient is non-zero. Then that represents a plane, right? Plane is isomorphic to R2. So any null space of any single linear equation with one of the quotient is non-zero will give rise to a copy isomorphic to R2, right? Yeah. So yeah, this is the thing. So we'll discuss now. I will give one example again for clarity so that will be clear. Okay. So is it okay, Mehak, till now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Suppose that I want to send a message taken from the set 00011011 to any of my friend, to my friend. Both of us know the message set. The set is exactly f2 power 2, right? Vector space of dimension 2 over f2. Alphabet is binary symbols. If I want to send message as it is, then 00011011 becomes my set of code words also. So there is no change. I am mapping f2 power 2 to f2 power 2 only. So identity map. Encoding function is the identity map, right? What is the distance of this code? Since it is a linear code, right? Since it is a linear code, it is sufficient to look for the minimum weight of non-zero words, right? I'm just recalling everything. But minimum weight is 1. So distance of the code is 1. While transmitting one error occurs, then my friend cannot detect the error. Okay. Now, is there any way? Okay. So let us embed my message set into f2 power 3 so that the distance can be increased to 2 or 3, right? Ask yourself that is it possible to increase the distance to distance of the code to 3? Is it possible? Are you following? Is my question clear? Any one of you? Hello? Yeah, Amaya, is it possible?
No, sir.
Yeah, why it is not possible? Can you explain to others?
So the distance between, if any two of them is 3, then they must be as in, so it's basically we can have at most 3 such code words because they must be different in all 3 places.
So they must differ in all 3 places. What are the code words which of length 3 all are different? That is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. But I have to send 4 symbols 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. So I cannot send it to only those 2, right? It is a 1, 1 map. Right? We cannot map like that. It is possible to increase the distance of the code to 3. Even if it is not same, then automatically distance is 0. Meaning I need a subspace of f to power 3 containing 4 elements such that distance between any two of them it is at least 3, right? Yeah. Okay. So now suppose we embed into f to power 3. What is this doing? So this I discussed earlier in my second lecture as a G. So 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, I map just appending to 0, 0, 0. Like it is a, so increasing the adding last 0. So it is clearly a linear code, right? And in this case, the generator matrix is this. But one can observe that nothing is much improved. We are not going to get anything from this. Yeah, is it as better that we'll work only in f to power 2. Is it okay, Achila?
Yes.
Yeah. So now what we will do now? So this is again we discussed in the first lecture, right? Achila herself told what is it we are doing here. We are adding now instead of sending like that, we are adding what is that we are last bit we are adding. We are adding sum of the digits, right? 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 0. So this is called parity check code, right? In the parity check code, suddenly what happened? What is generator matrix for this, right? So generator matrix for this is that, so we are adding the last one, right? So how do you get the generator matrix also? So if you add, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, so we took 2 of the code words here, right? Linearly independent code words. So 101 and 011, 011. These 2 I took. You can take any 2 from here. 2 non-zero code words that will work. That is generator matrix. But why I choose these 2? Can somebody help me? Why I choose 101 and 011 here? I told you I can choose any 2, but why you choose these 2? Yeah.
This looks like you've appended the identity matrix in 1 1.
It is identity matrix. This is called systematic form. I'll explain today again. It will be more advantage. Means in this way, if this is a generator matrix, whatever I do, so first 2 bits are as it is will be there. Only there is a change in the last bit. So exactly whatever we done, it will come like that. So distance of this code is 2. So now my friend detects single errors but cannot correct. Because why we cannot correct? So we don't know. So I sent 0, 0, 0. Friend received 0, 0, 1. Then correction happened to this guy or this guy, we do not know, right? Yeah, so that's the problem, right? Okay. This also can be thought of other way. So you can see that here you see that this A3 is equal to A1 plus A2, right? So in all these, so last A1, A2, A3, A3 equal to A1 plus A2, correct? So this is A3 plus A3 equal to A1 plus A2. That means actually we can think of this is image of this code is image of this, or it is a or it is So, but in the binary, there is no problem with the plus or minus. So I can write it as A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to 0. So you can check that all of them will satisfy this equation, correct? So 0, 0, 0 satisfy this, 0, 1, 1 satisfy this, 1, 0, 1 satisfy this, 1, 1, 0 satisfy this. That means, so this is the null, these vectors are null space of this equation. But what is this equation? That is what we call H equal to 1, 1, 1. So this is called parity check matrix, right? But if you look at this one, now this is, if I take this as my generating matrix, this is my, if I take this as generating matrix, what is the code I will get, right? That means I'm sending 0, 0 where it goes, right? And all 0, 1, everything, right? So if this is my generator matrix, then these are the codes I'll get, right? Yeah, so there is only one, so linear combinations of them, that is 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. But this is exactly the C perf of C. That means it is a dual code, right? This code is dual code to this code. So this code generator matrix become the parity check matrix for this, and this code ka generator matrix become parity check to this, right? Yeah. But whereas if you embed like this 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 to like this, right? Then the distance of the code now suddenly becomes 3. What is the advantage now? Can somebody help me? If the distance of the code is 3, then what is the advantage we have? If the distance of the code is 3, then we not only detect 2 errors, we also correct 1 error, right? So what is the generator matrix for this, right? So generator matrix is, again, I'll take 2 of them. Which one is better? I'll take 1, 0 here, right? I'll take 1, 0 and here 0, 1. So I'll take those two, right? Remaining are these. So again, it is identity and there's something is here. If you look at carefully, this 1, 1, 0 now becomes a column here. 1, 0, 1 is become here. Now this is the identity matrix. So these two are linked. Now this is the parity check matrix for the dual code. Now you can check that these are the null space. These vectors are null space of this vector. If you multiply here, okay, so you check it carefully. So 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, I'm taking this, right? So if you multiply, okay, this becomes, so 1 into 0, 1, 1, now it becomes 0 vector. So it is in a null space. All these 4 vectors are in a null space of this, okay? So code can be thought this code can be thought of image of this or null space of this, okay? Yeah. So the size of this code, this matrix is 2 by 5. This is 3 by 5. So any questions? Yeah. So let us try this way, right? If you embed like this, now this, is it a linear code? Embed like this, is it a linear code? Question number 1.
Yes.
It is a linear code.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah, it is a linear code, correct. It is a linear code. Easy to check, but because if I add these two, I'm getting this, okay. What is generator matrix for this code? What is CPER? So I asked these questions. Similarly, I gave this one. Okay. 0, 0 mapped to 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 1 mapped to 0, 0, 1, 1. Is it a linear code? The generator matrix and all. Okay. So two questions are asked. Now I am coming to today's new concept, one concept. Two Curie codes are equivalent. If one can be obtained from other by one or both of these operations listed below. One of them is permutation of the components. I will explain this. And permutation of the position of the code word. Okay. Let me explain. So it is not related to generator matrix or something. It is any code. It is not only for a linear code. Okay. Suppose code contains some code words, right? Then what we can do, we can put all of them as an mcrasen matrix. Are you following? I'm not talking about generator matrix, okay? When you have code, m code words are there, then I can form it into mcrasen matrix, where the rows represent the code words, right? So what is that operation one? Permutation of components means corresponding to the relabeling of the symbols appearing in the given column. In the given column, I change all the symbols, permute, right? Permutation, 1 onto map. Then there is no problem. Okay, what it will do, think about. Is it going to change distance or something? You can think of. Operation 2 represents the rearrangement of the columns, means I'm interchanging two columns. I'll explain with one example. Look at this, right? F3 equal to 0, 1, 2. This is a code. Why this is a code? Can somebody help me little fast? What is this code? Why this is a code? Amir?
I did not understand the question.
No. Question is that is it a code first? We'll go to this later. Is it? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Why it is a code?
It is subset of F33.
F33. See, simply subset. Every subset is a code, right? Code does not demand anything. Code is simply subset of F3 power 3. Yes, it is F3 power 3 here. Subset of F3 power some n, but here it is subset of F3 power 3. So it is a code. Since it is contained in F3 power, so it is a code of length 3. Right. What is the distance of the code? Can someone? What is the distance of the code?
3.
3. Right. Between these two, distance is 3. All are different. Here also distance is 3. Right. The 1 and 2 distinct, 2 and 0 distinct, 0 and 1 are distinct. Distance measures how many distinct are there. These are also 3. So distance is 3. What is the minimum weight of the code? Weight of this code is how much? 2. Weight of this code is also 2. Weight of this code is also 2. Why? What is the weight? Means number of non-zero symbols, right? So here there is a 0. Here 0. Here 0 is there. So weight of each code word is 2, 2, 2. Minimum weight is also 2. Why above two quantities are not equal? In
It's not
general,
a
Linear code.
the linear code only they are equal. If it is non-linear code, then they are not. Okay, we cannot guess that. Yeah. So just revising it through an example. So these are clear, right? Now let us see. Is it equivalent to this code? Question I asked. Okay. So what is the code given? I'm just putting in a matrix. This is what I told M cross N. So M is the number of cardinality size of C. So there are 3 code words are there. And N is also 3 here. So it becomes a 3 by 3 matrix. Now, what is the first operation I'm telling? Permutation of the components are corresponds to relabeling of symbols appearing in the given column. So look at that understanding. I am mapping 0 to 2 and 1 to 0 and 2 to 1. I'm taking a permutation. So permutation is denoted 0, 1, 2. 0 mapped to 2, 1 mapped to 0, and 2 mapped to 1. Okay, this is the map I took. This is a permutation. Only to column 2 in the column. So then what happens to this? Now, can you somebody tell me? So 0, 1, 2 as it is, correct? Now what happens to 1? 1 becomes 0, 2 becomes 1, and 2, this 2 becomes 1, 0 becomes 2, correct? Okay, now is there any change in the distance now? Now I'll add this as it is, I'm not changing. Now is there any change in the distance of the code now?
Distance becomes 0 now.
Distance. What is the distance between these two code words?
3.
1.
3, right?
Just oh,
Distance is distance.
oh right. Sorry.
Distance is how many places they are distinct. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the distance between these two?
3.
3.
3, right? And distance between these two also still 3, because these two are
Right.
different. These two are different. These two are different. Yeah. So again, distance not changed. Okay. So again, all those things are same. Okay. Now I will do one more operation, and now I'll do for the column 3. What is that I'll do now? I have this 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2. Now here 1 mapped to 2. Now the permutation is this. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 0 mapped to 1, 1 mapped to 2, and 2 mapped to 0. Right. So now I'll again get 0, 1, 2. Right. Now this is it. Again, distance is how much? Distance between these two is 3. Distance between these two is also 3. Right? Distance between these two also 3. There is no change in the distance again. Okay. So now these two code words, these two are also equivalent. These two are also equivalent. And these two are also equivalent. And these two are also equivalent. That is what. Okay. Later, when it is a linear code, we can do much more. That I will tell you later. Yeah. But at this juncture, so this is the thing. Now, what is the advantage of this code now? What do you know about this code now?
Is linear.
It is linear. Yeah, it is linear code. So there is a possibility that non-linear code can be equivalent to linear code. Okay, even though C is not linear, but equivalent code to a linear C dash, right? And now I do not tell about the second operation here, right? If I interchange second and third columns, right? Second and third column, now it becomes like this, right? Third column. Okay, what is that I'm doing? Not for here, for this one. If I interchange these two, so 201 here, and still the distance is 3 only. You can see that, right? Distance will not change. It is also a equivalent to this my original. So these two are equivalent, these two are equivalent, these two are equivalent, these two are equivalent. Any two of them are equivalent. Is that okay? That's just definition and with one example. Yeah. So when it is, for example, later we see that I have a generator matrix, right? So this will give some code C, right? Then what else we can do extra? These two anyhow to do. But now, for example, I interchange 2 rows in the generator matrix. Is the code changes? Now I'm talking about linear code. Is it changes? The linear code? No, right? Because if interchange 2 rows, again the basis will not change. First vector, second vector is not a problem, right? And any row operations, in fact, it will not change. So we'll discuss that in the next problem set. Yeah, I'll give more problems in the next time. Linear code, regarding to linear code. So equivalent linear codes. Yeah. So to construct linear NK code, we have to construct k-dimensional subspace of FQ power n. Linear code ke bare mein. Now I'm telling about linear code. Okay. But in general, it is not. If you do not worry about distance, then it is not a problem, right? You are not care about distance, then why it is easy to construct NK code, how to construct the k-dimensional subspace to FQ power n? Somebody can help if I not worry about distance. Yeah, Achala? You see one example I shown earlier. There is no use of that one. You see, remember that?
Yes, sir.
This one. What is that we are doing? We are just appending 0 at the end. Now is it a subspace? That is what I'm telling.
Yes,
R2,
sir.
R2 can be embedded. R2 can be embedded in R3. How do you embed? X comma y map to X comma y comma 0, right? So nothing is there, right? Yeah, right. This is this. What is this equation? This is z equal to 0, right? What is z equal to 0? XY plane, right? So I put R square inside R3 as an XY plane, correct? Yeah. Here, if you do not have, this is the best actually, right? Easy to visualize and everything, but it will not helpful in coding theory because it will not give any use. You cannot increase the, you cannot even detect. Nothing can be done. Distance is no change, right? So what is that I want to say now? Now can you answer now? To construct a NK linear code, we have to construct k-dimensional subspace. Note that we are not considering the distance, then hence the problem is easy here. Why? Yeah, can you tell me now, actually?
We can just append 0 at the end. The
As many
distance
zeros,
won't change, but
n minus k zeros we can append, right? But distance is not changed. But our goal is to improve the distance also. So the easiest way to choose k linear independent vectors is taken their span. So this can be done by k cross and generator matrix G with entries from FQ. The set of vectors, so VG. So I have explained earlier, but just I'm telling. So generator matrix is a map. Yeah. So these things we discussed. Now, is G11? Yes, right. Is G is an isomorphism? No, right? Because when k is less than n, then it is not an isomorphism. It is not onto map. Once again, in order to construct an NK code, we choose k linearly independent vectors from FQ power n. Usually the matrix whose which is of this form, I k cross k this way, right? The code is described. This is now it is called in systematic form. Now what happens? The data and parity here, right? So whenever you send one symbol that VG, so V as it is will be there here, data, and parity comes here. If it is not a systematic, then okay. See, I told you earlier also, we can take any two matrices, earlier examples, right? But that may not be this form. Now, parity may be in between, right? Yeah. So is this part is clear? It is possible to convert by using equivalent codes. You can convert given code to this code easily. Are you okay? Are you understanding that? These two codes are equivalent. I can interchange things. I can bring every linear code to systematic form. Okay. Are there any questions? Systematic form. Okay. If you are clear, then I will ask one question, right? So for example, this is my generator matrix, Ik cross A. Okay. Now, by looking this, can you suggest to me D value? What is a D is less than or equal to something? This is K cross N. Linear code, since it is generator matrix. Linear code. It is in systematic form. I am telling the advantage of in systematic form. Yeah. Any one of you? Okay. You are not telling. So I'll give one hint. What is the weight? What is the maximum possible weight? Now these basis vectors has. We have how many rows? K rows, right? What is the maximum weight can any row it can have? Each row is a code word, right? Now can you tell me? That will help you. Distance is less than or equal to. So binary only. Sorry, I not told that. Even binary not a problem. Even binary is also not needed. Yeah. Yeah.
N.
N is anyhow known.
But
D is
distance less than equal to n.
distance less than or equal to n, it is always true. That is irrespective of the generator matrix. What is the need? How distance can be n plus 1 or more? Code word
No,
length.
so here, like, this is k plus n, right?
No, it is not k plus n. Entire matrix is k cross n, I told.
Oh, okay. Then n minus k.
N minus k, no, not n minus k. No, that is not correct. Okay, let us give an example so that it will be clear to you, right? So I take 1 0 1 0 1 1. Okay. What are the code words now? Hello. 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1 1. Yeah. What is the last one?
111. 110.
1 1 0. Correct. These are all the code words, right? Can you tell me what is the distance of this code? All are even.
2.
Distance equal to 2. Now what is n value here? N equal to 3. What is the k value here?
2.
K value is 2 because 2 independent vectors. There are number of rows in the generator matrix. What is n minus k?
1.
1. But distance is 2.
As in what n minus k plus whatever was the distance of the original code.
See, original always 1.
Okay, so
Yeah.
n minus k plus 1.
Yeah. Why original always 1?
They are taking all the code words.
All the elements of f2 power k, fq power k. Correct. Okay, na? We are taking all of them. So one side we are taking entire C. In the linear code, one side we are taking fq power k. All, everybody. But I am embedding it into fq power n. Right? But generator matrix is what? Words from here only. Okay, they are of length n. That's why I'm multiplying this side, not this side. Okay, I'm multiplying by this side. So it will help us. Okay, so it will help us to make things better. Okay, yeah. So, but so d is less than or equal to d is less. So your guess is that d is less than or equal to n minus k plus 1. But how do you prove it?
Because the first block is identity, so
Mhm.
all the first components are going to be the same. So they will not contribute to the distance. Because if we just focus on the first k components, then we know
First k
that the distance is 1 there.
Distance is not 1. See, even first 1 0 0 1, right? What is the distance of these two?
No, I'm saying that after we found the code, if we just focus on the first k components, then the distance there is going to be 1.
Oh, not clear actually.
No, sir. So now if we take now so now after we found the code using this generator matrix, now if we look at only the first two coordinates,
Yeah, first two coordinates. Okay.
then the distance is going to be 1
Okay.
for
Yeah.
any general k
Okay.
and any general
Okay.
field.
Good.
And the other component will and the remaining components can be at most n minus k. So then we add them.
Okay, good. Now it is clear to me what is your intentions. That is one way, wonderful way. So because this part is now in the systematic form, These are all here, they will give distance 1 and remaining part n minus k. Wonderful, good. Okay, very good. But somebody else can give me some other approach. I'm telling about weight. What can be the weight of the each vector, right? Look at the first one, second one. So you know that this is identity. Can you tell me what is the weight of the first vector? Maximum. These are k columns. Here n minus k columns.
N minus k plus 1.
Why n minus k plus 1? You are correct.
Because we have the identity matrix of k.
Ah.
So the whole n minus k and plus the 1 because the
Yeah, correct. Here we have 1 already. Remaining are 0. But here I have 1. But here I have n minus k. So I can have at most n minus, all of them are 1. Here also all of them are 1. Here also all of them are 1. In that case, what is going to happen? Still they are linearly independent. Still they are linearly independent. But can I get any extra there? Nothing. Okay. So, right? Yeah, good. Very nice. So what is happening? So maximum weight of this word is less than or equal to n minus k plus 1. Less than or equal to, I'm telling, right? Weight of every word is less than or equal to n minus k plus 1. Now, these are also code words. So what is the distance of the code? Minimum weight of the minimum weight, right? Out of all non-zero code words. But these themselves are code words. So here itself I have at most this. Okay, after adding maybe weight may be increased, that's okay. But code distance of the code is the minimum, right? Already here itself I have. So it can be less than or equal to nk plus 1. It can be further less. It can be further less, but at least this is a bound. Are you following that part? So if it is it is in systematic form, you are getting so many things. We cannot improve D more than this. Okay. Actually, without knowing, you proved something. This is called singleton bound. This bound is called singleton bound. Again, I will recall this in the next class. So is there any code? Is there any code where this D equal to exactly equal to n minus k plus 1? Somebody can help me. If you are revising, then you will tell. Is it clear? What is
Yes,
the point?
sir.
Yeah. So I will myself will ask you. Let us take repetition code, right? Check these things. Okay, I will not. I'll go further. So check that repetition code. You can check easily. You can understand, right? Yeah. Okay. The problem becomes interesting if you want to construct NKD code. For example, it is possible to construct the 324 code, right? Is it possible to construct 324 code? Hello?
No, sir.
No. The reason is that we already checked. So 3 minus 2 plus 1 is how much? Right? It cannot be 4. Distance cannot be 4. NKD. So D is always less than or equal. So is it helping you? Yeah. So obviously no, because first of all, D less than or equal to N also will help. Even you no need to go to N minus DK plus 1, because here N equal to 3. I gave very much simpler, sorry. I give much simpler. N equal to 3, how can a distance can 4, right? Is it possible to construct 3 to 3? Yes, right. So that is the what is 3 to 3 means?
Repetition code.
Repetition code.
Exactly.
Yeah. So and here I gave some again. I brought that earlier cases, and all these cases compute generating matrix and parity check matrix. Okay, you know this. I discussed this with you earlier. If time permits, I'll come back again. Yeah, this is a good example called Hamming code, right? So you read carefully later, but just I'll tell you a little faster way. So message is 1101, right? 1101. So M1, M2, M3, M4. 1101. Okay. So what Hamming code will do is that so here we'll fill up the each circles in such a way that each circle is of even length. Means 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 0. Number of ones here is even. Number of ones in this is also even. Number of ones in this is also even. These are the parity checks. We will do in such a way that these are even. Now, if you send this and there is a problem, right? So if you send this code, there is a problem, then you can easily recognize, okay, this 0. So you can see that this is the odd and this is also odd. So that means that I have to change this. Now we can correct also. This symbol only we need to correct. Not only detect, you can correct also. That is the advantage. So this you can check carefully later. So this is called Hamming code actually. Okay. So Hamming code falls under category of linear block code that can correct single bit errors. Okay. So for every integer p greater than or equal to 3, the number of parity bits, p is the number of parity bits. Okay. That is we have n minus p minus, 2 power p minus 1. Okay. And 2 power p minus 1 minus 1, 3. These are the parameters for this code. Okay. I'm telling one particular code with parameters like we can construct it easily. That is the goal now. So here n is equal to 2p power minus 1, the number of symbols in the encoded code word. Okay, and k equal to 2 power p minus 1. With this thing, this Hamming code distance becomes 3. Yeah, and this is a very best nice code. Okay, yeah. So, for example, if I go to binary, right? Binary code word. Right? So my p is equal to, let us say, 3. Right? My p is equal to 3. Then what is n?
7.
N is 7. Okay. And what is k? N is equal to 7.
4.
K is equal to 4. And D anyhow 3. We can prove it easily. Today just I'm giving this, so later I will tell you much more detailed version later. So you can type in the Wikipedia Hamming code, right? You will get all those details. Okay, Hamming code. Okay. So how do you construct generator matrix with these parameters? How do you construct the parity check matrix? Those I will explain you now. Okay. Look at carefully. So code length is n power p minus 1. Number of information bits k is equal to 2 power p minus p minus 1. And the number of parity symbols. Parity symbols are n minus k, right? That parity part, right? That is p. Minimum distance is 3. This we need to prove. And once you know this one, then error correcting capability is d minus 1 by 2, right? 2t plus 1 is the distance, right? Or if the distance of the code is 2t plus 1, it can correct the t errors, right? So it can correct one error. Okay, one example, 743, when p equal to 3. Okay, so what is generated matrix for this? So since it is 743, the generator matrix size is 4 cross 3. Sorry, 4 cross 7, right? Now this particular thing, this particular diagram, right? This is what we done here. Okay, you can check that where that 1101 goes. Okay, so 1101, where is it? Yeah, 1101 will map to here by multiplying to it, right? Okay. So generator matrix is this, right? So how do you get H from here? You remember how you get H from here? This 110 I'll put as a column, right? This 110 I'll put as a column. 101 I'll put as again a column. 111 I'll put again a column. So if G is equal to IK A, then what is H? Somebody can help me? We'll prove it later, but guess. Actually,
A transpose IK.
it is A transpose.
Not IK, IN minus K.
I transpose, but it is actually minus will come, but for binary case, it is not required. You know that G into H is what? You remember that?
G into 0.
G transpose into H.
0.
Zero matrix, right? We observed it earlier. Because all these are code words. G ka all are code words. They become null space here, right? Otherwise, you can multiply H transpose into G, whatever, right? So this is 0. So that also help you to, I'm again giving proof now, but proof is the same thing. Yeah. This is what IK. Yeah, that is exactly, of course, it is not IK. Can you somebody help me? What is the sizes of these things now? You know, this is K cross K, correct? And this is K cross N minus K, correct? What is the size of A now, A transpose? This is N minus K cross K, correct? Now what is this size now? You know that this is K minus N, sorry, N minus K cross N, right? Which N minus K cross N, correct? So now this becomes N minus
K plus
N
minus K.
minus K, correct? Yeah. So that is what I gave here. Okay. So this is 3 by 3. Okay. So you can easily check that this is sent, then this you will get. Okay. So you can check easily. So for example, you can see that 1011 map it to this. So we'll multiply to generator matrix this side and that becomes 0. Or otherwise, you can also check that this becomes, say, for example, 0111. Okay. Is it in the null space? Or it is a null space? Or you multiply here, it is in the range. Right? Is in null space. So multiply this into this, we'll get 0. This into this 0 in dot product. This into this 0. So like that you can check. But somebody can help me. I told the distance of this code is 3. How do you get distance of the code is 3 from here? From the parity check matrix also you can get it. Okay, I will ask some questions to you. So can you tell me that column rank, can you talk about column rank of this matrix?
3.
It is not 3, anyhow. Can you say that column rank is greater than 1? Ankita? I'm asking very simple question. Is it column rank is greater than 1? Yeah, Mehak. Each vector here is non-zero vector, right? If they are non-zero, then automatically they are linearly independent. If I take any single column here, this is linearly independent. So column rank is greater than 1, right? Now I'm asking, can I increase it to 2? Greater than or equal to 2? Yes. Amya, now can you tell me that why the rank is greater than or equal to 2?
We have two distinct columns. So just
Yeah,
fill them
so
in.
we observed that last time I asked this question. So why I ask now, we will see the beauty. If I take any two columns here, they are linearly independent. Why? Mehak, can you tell me why any two columns are linearly independent here? This is not acceptable, sir. I told 2-3 times this part. Why two columns? Any two columns, if I take, they are linearly independent. Any one of you
No.
other? Yeah. I told minimum 3 times in this course till now. Suresh, no need to tell us, sir. Tell me directly answer. If I take any two columns here, they are linearly independent. Why? Okay, you tell me this one. You have two vectors, v1 and v2. When they are linearly dependent, dependent means what?
It is some c times v2. v1 is some c times
Ah,
v2.
right. But in the binary, this is a binary code. Binary code means what is it is a vector space over which field? The binary, what is the field? V is a vector space over F, we will say, right? Every time. V is a vector space over F, right? But in the binary case, this F2 power 7, it is a vector space over which one? What is the field here? F2, right? In F2, what are the scalars? 0 and 1, correct? So V2 is a vector, V1 and V2 are non-zero. These are non-zero. Can I get V1 by multiplying it by 0? Both are non-zero. You cannot get, right? So if they are scalar multiple means when they are scalar multiple of one each other. Again, you are not telling. V1 and V2 are linearly dependent. What is the meaning? They are linearly dependent means one is a scalar multiple of other. But these are non-zero. They are dependent. What is the meaning? Yeah, Mehak, at least now can you say? You are muted actually. That's I think you are saying and Mehak. Dependent means what? Linear, two binary vectors are linearly dependent means what? Okay, as Suresh told, so V1 is equal to C times V2. What are the possibilities for C? 0 or 1. These are non-zero code words, non-zero vectors. Non-zero vectors. So, yeah, tell me, yeah. V1 and V2 are dependent if, other than Amya, anyone.
Both are same. Hello.
Yes. Some problem. Amya, can you speak now?
Yes, sir. They are linearly dependent if they are the same vector.
They are the same vectors, right? But here all of them are not same, all are distinct. That's why dimension is greater than or equal. The distance is greater than or equal. Sorry, not distance. The rank column rank is greater than or equal to 2. Now, can you agree that column rank equal to 2 now? Amya?
Sir, I remember making this mistake last time also when you asked this question. But if we like look at it, I mean, by definition, it is the dimension of the column space, right?
No.
But then the dimension of the column space is 3 here.
That may be true. Okay, correct. Column space is 3, correct. But can you find 3 vectors? Yeah, I agree with you. But I am asking another question now. Can you find 3 vectors here? Yeah, column space is 3, I agree with you. It's because row rank equal to column rank. So 100% agree with you. But now I'll change the question. Okay, what you done is correct. My question is that can you find 3 columns here? They are linearly dependent.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what are those?
Second,
Hmm.
5th, and 7th.
Second, 5th, and 7th. All of you can check whether what he's saying is correct. Okay, otherwise you can simply think of that. If I add these two, can I get another column here? Hello? If I add these two, can I get column here? Right? You get this is the column, right? So like that, if you add any two, we'll get another one of the columns here itself, right? That you can easily check. So what is the meaning of that? So I'm again repeating everything whatever I done till now. By this parity check matrix, can I find the distance? That is my question. Okay. By using parity check matrix now, right? Let us look at carefully. So these are the columns. So as we already know that column rank is equal to 3, that's fine, but that is not our intention to find D. So these are theorems actually, but I am telling you through an example so that it will be easy for you. Okay. So see this all the columns are non-zero. That means that if I take any single column, that is linearly independent. Now, if I take any two columns also, they are linearly independent. Why they are linearly independent? Because they are distinct vectors. This is what I done. So here two vectors are linearly independent. Simply they are different. That's the matter. They're dependent if they are both are same, but all are distinct because of that. So here I cannot find two columns which are linearly dependent. That means now distance is greater than or equal to 2. First distance is greater than or equal to 1. Now once I came this, then distance is greater than or equal to 3. Okay. This is the first observation. How to find distance. I'll tell you why it is now greater than or equal to 2 in a while. But now what happened if I add these two columns, right? I'm getting this column. That means 3 columns are linearly dependent. Now I'm telling distance is suddenly less than or equal to 3. Why? In fact, I want to say it is greater than 2, greater than 1. Okay, greater than 2 in fact. Okay, so independent columns will give you distance greater than. Independent columns will give greater than. Dependent columns will give less than or equal to. Why? So let us see that. So let us work out slowly. It will be clear to you now, right? For example, you understand that these two, if I add, I am getting the first two, right? So can you tell me one code word now by using this information? Is it a code word? So look at this. Here 1, 0, 0, 0. Here also I put 1. Here also I put 1, right? And here I put again 0. Is it a code word? Means if I multiply here like this, right? Can I get 0 vector? Is it here somewhere? Do you see somewhere it is here? 1, 0, 0, 0. Hello?
No, sir.
Not there. So I done mistake.
But the last row of h multiplied with this vector is 0, right?
Okay, one thing, what is that mistake I'm doing? So 3 zeros, 110, fine. Yeah, you are telling something. So this is multiplied to this is non-zero. Okay, 0, all these are zeros. Okay, fine. This is 1. Here it is a problem. Okay. I'm thinking. What is my point to say here is that so these columns are linearly dependent. Then I can find a code word. So those places, remaining place I can put 0. Still I can get a code word. That's my plan. With that I can get distance less than or equal to 3, right? But I'm making some mistakes. If the columns are linearly dependent, then code I can have a code, right? See, code actually it is a linear combination of these, right? Columns, right? So with that I can get d less than or equal to 3. But now it is greater than 2 and less than or equal to 3. I'll get 3. So I'll come back later. I'll give me a while. Okay. So that is one observation. Here distance equal to 3 can be proved by parity check matrix itself. But can you give me one more observation here? What are the vectors, binary vectors available here? Can you see that and tell me? I asked this question earlier also.
I did not understand the question.
Question is that you look at the column vectors, right? Can you see that this parity check matrix very easy to recognize, easy to construct? You know that is n minus k cross n, right? But what is n here? You remember what is n here? 2 power p minus 1. That much clue I am giving now. Okay, I am repeating the question. So if you look at the columns, okay, what we can guess?
All non-zero.
All non-zero binary
non-zero.
vectors are there, right? So that's why generally Hamming code will not write in this form. So it is coming from generator matrix IK and all, but will not do that. Look at here. So 0, 0, 1 I'll write. Okay. And 0, 1, 0 I will write. 0, 1, 1 I will write. Right? 1, 0, 0 I will write. Can you tell me why I'm writing like this?
Yes, sir.
This is 1 decimal expansion. Okay.
Yes.
Binary to decimal it is 2. Binary to decimal it is 3. Binary to decimal it is 4. Right. And here 101 5 110 6 1117, right? So all the 7 vectors are here. You can check. Now you can easily see that these are all non-zero. You can easily check that d is greater than 1, d is greater than 2 can come directly. D less than or equal to 3 also comes because all non-zero are there. If I add any 2, I'll get another one, right? So D is less than or equal to 3 comes from that. And that is exactly the Hamming code. Okay. So this is the parity check matrix. Now from this you can construct you can convert it into this form. Then you can convert it into generator matrix and you can do whatever. So this is the best way. But people write this only so that later I will tell you. So there is something called syndrome and all. So easily to decode. Here it is a polynomial time algorithm. In the linear codes, decoding is not a polynomial time. Even in the linear codes, general codes forget about, but it is a Hamming code, then easily. So that's why they become famous, Hamming codes. Okay. So this you understand, right? So if G equal to IKA is the generating matrix for the code, then H equal to minus A transpose is the parity check matrix. You can simply multiply it and check. Okay. So the way of detecting errors, V is received during the transmission, right? That means that V into H transpose is not equal to 0. I am telling earlier like this, right? H into V transpose, right? Yeah. So we know that if the code word, if I send code word, then I'll multiply to H, then I'll get 0, right? It is a null space. If it is not equal to 0, means there is an error. So if V into H transpose is equal to 0, we cannot conclude that there is an error. Okay, but we can know that V is a code word. Means why we cannot conclude it is an error, there is no error? Because one code word can become another code word, right? Then I cannot distinguish. But if it is not equal to 0, surely I can tell, right? So that is the meaning of, that is the advantage now, once this theorem is over. So it is in a null space, code words are in a null space. Because of that, I'll get this, okay. Now, so we'll see some examples to understand now how parity check matrix make task decoding easier. So first look at an example. So this is a binary code, okay. So what is the dimension of the code? Little faster now. What is n here? What is k here? Yeah, Achila. N equal to? What happened? Mahek? What is n in this case? Okay. Suresh, what is n here?
2 raised to 4.
No. N is the length of the code words. This is a code word, right? This is another code word. All code words coming from a combination of these. So n equal to 4. I don't know why you people are confused. What is k? You know that this is k cross n, right? That also I'm telling. Generator matrix is k cross n. So n equal to 4. What is k value now?
2.
2. K equal to 2. Correct. So k equal to 2. What is the C now? What are all code words? These are already code words. 0, 0, 0 already code word, right? Now 1, 0, 1, 1 is a code word. 0, 1, 1, 0 is also code word. Now what is other code word? You know that this is a, so it is a dimension is 2 power k. Its dimension is 2 power k. It is 2 power k, correct. So that is 4 vectors only. Already I have 3 vectors. What is the next vector? Adding of these two. That is 1, 1, 0, 1. Right? Yeah, these are the code words, right? What is the distance of the code? Distance of the code, you are no need to find the distance of each and everything. What is that you do? What is the better way?
Minimum of the weights.
Weights. What is the weight of this? 3.
3.
What is the weight of this?
2.
2. Sufficient. This is 3. Minimum of the non-zero code words. So that is the advantage, right? The linear code. This is the 2. So distance is 2 now. You can easily check between all of them. Also distance becomes 2 only. Right? Yeah. So these things are done. Okay. Now goal is that how binary, this matrix, parity check matrix will help me. What is the parity check matrix for this code? What is, can somebody tell me H? this is minus of this, right? A transpose. So it comes 1 1 here. This 1 1 become 1 1 here, 1 0, and again 1 0 0 1. Correct. So both C and C perp both have same dimension because it is a 4-dimensional space, and space of dimension 2. C perp is dimension again 2. Right? Their sum of their dimensions is 4. That's why it is also n minus k cross this one. Okay. Right. Okay. Now what is that we do is that, so these are the code words, right? So it is a subspace in F2 power 4. It is subspace, right? Total how many words will be there in F2 power 4?
16.
16. But only 4 are there here. So you know cosets, right? You know what is a coset? Coset means, so C plus V, right? V is not from here. If V is already here, then I'll get the same code C, right? So what is a vector which is not here? Out of all of not here, I take the smallest. Find a word of smallest weight from F2 power 4 minus C. Okay, add that to all of the code words. That is this 100 added to all of them, right? I'll get the second column, right? Now, is it all the words came in F2 power 4? F2 power 4? No, because total there are 16. Till now I got only 8. Now again, what is that I do? Again, I will look at all the till now I collected. Now find a vector smallest weight not in the above table. What is the vector? 0 1 0 0 is missing. It's a minimum weight. Now I'll put that, and again I will add this to each and everyone in the this here. 0 0 0 0 and 0 1 0 0 same. So here I'm also adding 0 1 0 0. If I add, it becomes 1, right? So it is a C plus V, C plus V, code plus V. It is a vector space plus V. Okay, you know that W plus V, right? Quotient space, right? Yeah. So like that I will add. Now what is this total? Now this table contains what?
Entire F2 power 4.
Entire F2 power k, correct? So now these are what? These are very nicely taken, right? So you remember that in the last time also I told, you told very nicely. Out of all now smallest weight you take. Okay. Yeah. So this contains all the code words, right? Now if I multiply these things to H, what happens? If I multiply, if I take 0 0 1 1, what happens? If I take the first column, I multiply here, then what I will get 0, right? But if I take any of these third rows, I will multiply, I will not get 0, right? This means all these are non-code words. Okay, right. Okay, right. So do you find that all vectors in the do you find all the vectors in F2 power 4 in the above table? Yes. What do you know about each row? Is a coset. You understand? If you take any two vectors in a row, subtract, what happens? Can you say that?
I get C.
Are you sure? If I take any two vectors here, right? Why they are in C?
So they are 1 0 0 plus some vector in C.
Yeah. So
Plus
I'm
some
adding C1 plus. Here all vectors. So this is C0. C0. Okay, whatever. So these are the code words, right? First we code word. These are coming from adding the same vector to all of them. So it is C1V plus C2V, two code words, right? And if I subtract them, this VV gets cancelled. I'll get C2 minus C1 minus C2. But it is a linear space. So sum of two code words is also code word. Or difference and sum is same in F2. Right? It is a code word. So that you already know, right? In a linear algebra or even groups, everywhere you know cosets ka business, right? Right. So if you take any two vectors in a row, subtract, then it is a code word, right? You'll get the first row, right? This is called standard array. Okay. How later we'll see why we are doing all these things. Standard array I'm taken from Wikipedia. So NK code is how many rows will come here. So my code, code contains how many vectors? 2 power k vectors. Total how many vectors are there to cover 2 power n, right? How many rows will be there now? Each row
Power n
contains 2
minus
power. Yes,
power
please.
n minus k.
2 power n minus k, because each row contains 2 power k. So each row contains 2 power k, 2 power k, 2 power k, 2 power k, but how many I have to multiply so that I'll get 2 power n finally. Right? Yeah. So that is 2 power n minus k. So in general, 2 is binary, but in general, if I take Q code, FQ over FQ, then Q power n minus k. And and how many columns are there? Q power k, right? So that is what. So first, so standard array is defined like this. First row lists all the code words. First row lists all the code words starting with 0, 0, 0, right? Each row is a coset with the coset leader is the first column. These are called coset leaders. I put the thick letters, right? These are called coset leaders, right? Now, the entry in the ith row and the jth column is the sum of ith coset leader and the jth code word. Is it okay? Correct. So you look at here how we get this, right? This comes from adding. This is what is the size of, what is the position here? We assume it is a 4 by 4 matrix. This is 2, 3. So 2, 3. So it is the third column and the second row, right? So this is the coset leader and this is the code word. I'm adding, I'll get that, right? So that is what I'm telling. Ijth entry is, jth column is ith coset leader added to jth code word, right? So I am giving one more example. So can you go through it and tell me, are you clear with this? Take time and tell me. Is it okay? Can you go through? But please ask me if you have any questions. Do not accept as it is. So this is a code. So code words are the first code words. These are the code words. First row. Now I took the vector which is not here, right? So here I'll ask one question if you understand. So this is weight 1. It is also weight 1. This is also weight 1. This is also weight 1. This is also weight 1. Why? Why we are getting weight 1s? All weight 1s are coset leaders. Why? Okay. First of all, I will go one by one. So Achila, is it clear to you regarding the table is clear?
Yes.
Table, how we constructed. How do you construct the second row? Can you explain once?
So
Second.
we have, you add 0, 1, 0, 0 to 0, 1, 1, 0, 1 to get the first entry. Then you add 0, 1, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 0, double 1, 0.
So what is it actually you are taking? So why you choose this row first, this vector? How you choose this vector?
That is the coset leader that we have.
No. How you take first this part? So you are constructing one row after other, na? So suppose that first two rows are constructed. How do you construct the third row? Why you choose this vector first? Yeah. So out of all the remaining code words, these are all remaining code words, right? Remaining table. Out of all these, I took the vector of minimum weight. So I took this one. I can take this one also here, not a problem. In that case, rows will interchange, right? Nothing will change, right? Yeah. So, but I am going sequentially. So first 1 0 0 0 1 0 0. So like that systematically going. Otherwise, no problem here. You can take any one of the weight of load. That is the you need to tell. Then I am adding this to each of them. That's in the matter. How do you get the fourth row? Again, out of all the third row, 3 rows, what is the vector which is not there, right? So I take the least weight of them among the entire remaining table. That I take as a coset leader. Then I added that vector to all the code words. I'll get the another row. Keep on doing like this, right? We'll get all of them. Yeah. Now somebody can help me that why one vectors are coming. So for that, I'll give you some hint, okay? So that all of you can think. What is the distance of the code?
Two.
Oh, why distance of the code is 2? No, it is wrong. Okay, anyhow. Mehak, can you tell me what is the distance of the code?
So am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So distance is 3.
3. Yeah. Why it is 3? Yeah. Can you give me the reason? Correct. So you are looking the weights, right?
Yes,
Weight
sir.
is 3. Weight is 3 here. Weight is 4 here. So minimum weight is 3. Non-zero code word. So distance is 3. Okay. How that is helpful to me that all one vectors will come. Yeah. Amya, now can you tell me? Okay, you can think of, you see, if I add 1 0 0 to all of these, right? So what is going to happen at most, right? For example, if all of them have 1 here, let us assume here also 1 is there. Now they become 0. But what about the remaining places? So if I add
reduced by 1.
at most 1. So distance still 2. The distance is 2 means now all these vectors now length is at least, distance is weights is at least 2 now, right? So except this vector, remaining vectors have at least 2 ones. Yeah, so I hope I explained, but I will not go further. Yeah. The standard array can be created as follows. Okay. List code word C starting with 0, first row. I'm again explaining how we construct it. Choose any vector of minimum weight not already in the array. Write that as the first entry of the next row. This vector is denoted as coset leader. Now fill out the row by adding coset leader to all the code words at the top of each column, right? And then repeat 2 and 3, and so we'll get that. Okay. So one more example. I'm explaining one more time. Very clearly written everything. Can you select a vector of minimum weight, in this case of weight 1? Okay, that is not be used, right? So that is 1 0 0. So now 1 0 0 added to everyone, right? Like that we constructed. How the table look like in general? How the table look like in general? So this is the general formal way to write, right? These are the code words C1, C2, C3 up to Cn, right? Now error vector E2. Okay, 0 0 0 is also error vector, but in that case I'll get the code word. This is error vector. Okay, so now coset leaders are now become error vectors. We'll see that what is that I'm talking. Right. For example, in the next class again I will explain you. See, for example, you are multiplying now the C4 plus C2, right? What is I get? What is the error I get? Of course, transpose. It is HC4 transpose plus HE4 transpose, correct? But what is this quantity? Hello?
Zero.
Huh? Hello?
Should
Yes.
be 0.
It is 0, right? So this is the vector, right? So this will take care. This will take care. Okay, that is also, see, now this will help you. If I take any row here, any vector from here, if I multiply to h, what I'm going to get? Look at here again carefully. If I multiply this entire, any vector you take and multiply to h, what is that I'll get? Are you following now? If I take any of them, I'll multiply here, what I'm going to get? 0 only.
0.
Yeah. If I multiply to any of them by transpose, what I'm going to get? That is nothing but actually this is nothing but h into this first vector 0 transpose only. That is anyhow 0. So if I take any of them, if I do that right, so transpose, what I get? H into E2 transpose only, right? Whatever you take here, if I multiply to it that transpose to here, I E2 transpose only. All of them are giving same thing. So error vectors, that error pattern now. So what are the errors, right? These are the errors, right? So see, received word is now C2, C4 plus C2. This is error. That part only I need to check. That I multiply to this one and I'll check. This is error pattern, correct? So coset letters are error patterns. That is the beauty of the linear code. So if I now know these things, then I know the errors, right? Yeah. So later we'll see what is that we have to do. Yeah. So decoding, why we are taking linear codes and all now very, very beautifully comes. Decoding becomes easy. Locating error bit easy. Okay. What is advantage? Now decoding via standard array. When you receive a vector, find in the table. Now decode by changing the vector to one of the top one in the column, right? I'll explain with one example. Okay, for example, suppose we receive 0, 1, 0, 1. Is it a code word? Hello?
No, sir.
It is not a code word. So that means there is an error. Okay, how do you, what is error or something? Okay, but where it is in which column, which row? 0, 1, 0, 1.
Second row, last column.
Second row. It is here, right? I'll find out here. So now error is, that means it is coming from which code word? Here. This is sent and this is we got. By where is error? 1 is error. 1 is added to this. Like way, then now I will decode it to this guy. That is the thing. Okay. So now it is decoded to 1101, which means that removing the error 1000. Right? But what are the problems here? I receive a word, then what is that I have? Before that, what is that I need to have? I need to have the table, standard array. But standard array we can do it in polynomial time algorithm. But we need to search. This is a very small problem. But in the earlier case, we need to search in which row, which column it is. Which row it is at least. Which row is sufficient. So that is a very tough problem. As n increases, very large. Okay, that's why this is also not much useful. But it significantly decreases the decoding time. But still, it is not polynomial time. That's what I want to conclude. In this small example, This is not exactly the same in the nearest neighbor decoding. Since the 0010 decodes as, in this example, actually, we are not completely corrected. So I gave one example so that you can read later. I want to conclude little now because you already took a lot of time. So I'll end with this example, okay? Yeah, so that it will be better for you. For example, I have a binary code. Okay, so just let me read this. In the large example, finding the vector in the table can be tedious. In fact, writing a table can be rather difficult. In fact, writing table also can be difficult. Okay, sorry. That's why use a small example where parity check matrix X comes in the risk to risk. Okay, look at this. Okay, now I'm not given the code, but I given the generator matrix. Now you know how to find the code, right? Can you tell me how many code words are there? Fast now. How many code words will be there? What is the size of the code? Be fast. Mehak.
So 6 and 3.
No. I am asking size. What? How many code words will be there? This is 3 cross 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. What is the size? Size of the code means cardinality of C. Okay, that is number of code words. I am asking that question. Yeah, tell me.
Three.
So Mehak, you are not revising, Mehak. You are also not revising, then how can I proceed? Achla, Amia, are you following? At least you people are attending daily. I can talk to you people, right? Is it correct what you are doing? You people discuss once, okay? Meet, discuss among yourselves. As it progress, now it becomes online. How do you write exams actually? Everyone will fail. How can I decrease myself further and further? Okay. Sorry, it is not only to you. I am telling to everyone. See, there are 2 power 3 code words will be there. Okay, these 3 and any sum and all, right? So, what is the distance of the code? So here I'm explaining one more time. See, you can easily check that these are all non-zero. So distance is now greater than 1, and any 2 are not same. Distance is greater than 2, but now sum of these 2 will give me other vector. So these 2 will give me this vector. So there are three linearly independent vectors, dependent vectors. So distance is less than or equal to 3. So from the distance equal to 3. So this will tell distance of the code. I'll prove in the next class. Okay, I told recall. It is not recall. I not actually done clearly. Distance of the code is D if and only if D minus 1 columns are linearly independent, and but there are set of D columns is a linearly dependent set. Here it is 3. So this is all the code words. Total 8 are there. Okay. So so that comes from, see, this G is a matrix from F2 power 3 to F2 power 6. Right. So this is the dimension of the, this is the cardinality of this is the cardinality of C. Right. That is the size of the code. So that is 2 power 3, 8. So all code words are, there are 8 code words. So that is what the question asks. So distance of the code is 3. Now you look at what is happening, right? So then you know distance of the code is 3, and you know that all the length 1 vectors will come as coset leaders. You understand that, right? Earlier I explained. Yeah, but there are one more vector of length 2 will come. So you can check that this will not come beforehand that I wrote. But now for all of them, I am finding H into this transpose of this, right? H matrix is given here. We can compute H, right? Then these are the errors, right? So now these are the received words. I'm giving one exercise problem so that it will be easy for you later. So these are the received words. This is called syndrome. Syndrome is error. Okay. For example, I get this, right? Right. This is in the table. But so I'll find this actually, right? So I'll find this is nothing but H. So I'm not written here somewhere. So I not written S equal to S equal to this H transpose into vector, whatever the vector is. Right. So now if you do, I'll get 0, 1, 1. You can easily check with this matrix later. I hope you can check it. But this is actually, this is related to what? 0, 1, 1 in the table, where it is here, right? So that means that it actually comes from adding this to the code word, right? So that means that, so my code word plus this vector, my code word plus this vector is equal to the given vector, right? So, okay, this is called E, my vector. So, but now that means that V minus E is equal to C. That means V plus E equal to C, plus minus are same. That means that I will add this vector to this one, I'll get the code word, right? That is what I'm telling you. This is a code word. So try others also. Yeah. So I'll stop here. Any questions you can ask now before leaving. You can ask some questions, right? So later in the next class, I will tell you this is called syndrome table. If you are interested, check before coming. These are called syndromes and these are called syndrome table. Yeah. So I hope you understand coset leaders and this standard array. Syndrome table also not defined, but this is called syndrome table. I will define properly in the next class. These are actually H into V transpose.